After a rough start to this series, the Dallas Mavericks secured the dub last night over the Los Angeles Clippers, and this has changed everything in this series. As we saw in game one, the defense kind of came together in the second half. The offense was horrible. We all know about that infamous 8 points in the second quarter of game one. But I told you guys I wasn't worried because I had every doubt that the Dallas Mavericks would never play that bad again. And in game two, just last night, they changed everything. They came out with aggression, defense, and that's what won us this game, and that's what's going to win us this series. Luka Doncic was playing amazing. Maxi Kleber played great defense, had a big-time board at the end of the game, hit his threes. PJ, the third scorer that we've been looking for, came alive last night. But we're going to break down the game. We're going to give you everything that you need to know as to why this Dallas Mavericks team is ready to win this series. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, this channel is so close to 7,000 subscribers. We've only been around for about 2-3 months now, but we are just right there at 7,000 subscribers. If you want to be up to date on everything Mavericks related, the live streams, the giveaways, all the news vids, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on a single thing that we do. But last night's game, guys, we got to talk about it because it was amazing. It was that nitty-gritty grind fest from start to finish. It was 96-93. It wasn't a high-scoring game. It felt like a game in the 90s, but it was a grind fest. It was nothing but defense from the start to the finish. And I was keeping a cool, level-headed because I knew this team knew what they needed to do to adjust. Game one was horrible. We shot the ball bad. Our defense only really came around the second half. But I believe the defense was obviously the difference maker, but I think the Dallas Mavericks weren't too sure in game one how aggressive they should be. They weren't sure what the refs would allow them to do. As we saw in game one, the Clippers were playing very good defense on us. They were hitting their shots, playing tough defense, and we adjusted. Everybody on the team knew exactly what they had to do to make game two better, and they made it happen. We were playing great defense. Luka was unstoppable on the defensive end. We're going to talk about him later in this video. But Maxi, like I said in the intro, Maxi was amazing. I don't care how he looked in the regular season. Playoff Maxi is a real thing, and he came alive. So did PJ Washington, and that's why he's in the thumbnail, because he had a great game as one of the primary defenders on Kawhi Leonard. And now, yes, Kawhi's not 100% healthy. We kind of saw him hobbling around. He was wincing a whole lot. However, he still did a great job defending Kawhi Leonard and at times James Harden. And Derrick Lively, we got to show love to the young rookie who had an amazing game two against the Los Angeles Clippers. And for his first NBA playoffs, he looks right at home with his Dallas Mavericks team. But before I get ahead of myself, let's break down that box score. PJ Washington, the warden, 18 points. He had 2 blocks, 1 steal, 6 rebounds with 2 offensive boards, was 3 of 4 from 3, 5 of 10 from the field, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. The man made it happen. Shout out to PJ Washington. Derrick Jones Jr., Flight 55, had 10 points, had 1 block, 7 rebounds, and 2 offensive rebounds. Daniel Gafford, he continues to struggle. He left again early in the first half with what looked like an ankle injury. I'm not sure if he really came back. I haven't seen any updates on Daniel Gafford. He is struggling so far. This is his first playoffs, but we are not going to give up on the landlord. He will come back. I promise you that. And Kyrie, 23 points, had 3 steals, 3 assists, 6 rebounds. It was 4 of 8 from the 3. He was unstoppable. He was playing great defense on James Harden. It really looked like Kyrie hated James Harden. I loved it. And Luka Doncic, our El Capitan, the leader of this team, 32 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 9 assists, 6 rebounds, 5 of 14 from 3, 11 of 26 from the field. It was amazing. And off the bench, like I said, the man, Maxi Kleber, call me. 6 points, 1 block, 1 assist, 6 rebounds, 2 of 3 from 3. I can't tell you the last time Maxi hit 2 threes in a game. It's been a fortnight. Tim Hardaway, however, in only 6 minutes, he did go down with a sprained ankle. He did not return. Prayers up to him, no matter how you feel about Tim Hardaway or his father. We don't pray for injuries on anybody. I hope he returns healthy. Derrick Lively, the young rook, had 7 points, 1 steal, 1 assist, 9 rebounds with 2 offensive boards. The man was looking good. And the Energizer Bunny himself, who puts that battery in your back, Josh Green. No points. That's fine. The man had 1 block, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 7 boards. 3 offensive rebounds, the most offensive rebounds on the entire team. Josh Green is Hustle Man. I think that's got to be his nickname. I know y'all call him the Kangaroo, whatever, but nah. Josh Green is Hustle Man because he is everywhere he needs to be, and he is always going to do the small things to help win the game. I love it. Dante Exum, however, in only 6 minutes, didn't really fill the stat sheet. He had 1 block, 1 rebound. He's still figuring out with Dante. Hopefully he gets it together. But this Dallas Mavericks team brought it last night. Last night, they brought it. Because no matter what has been said about this Dallas Mavericks team, how we're pretenders and not contenders, how, oh yeah, y'all only scored 8 points in the second quarter of game 1. That's who y'all are. Oh, what happened to Mavs in 4? I'm telling you right now, it's Mavs in 5. And I stand by it. We showed you who we were. Game 1 was our worst game. Worst performance probably in the entire season. And we ain't going to do it twice. And yeah, it was a close game. We had the lead for the majority of the game. The third quarter was really ugly. We had no free throw attempts in the third quarter. The refs felt like they were on the side of the Clippers the whole game. It felt like we were playing 5v8 out there. And in spite of that, in spite of the refs not calling stuff, allowing physicality, despite the crowd getting involved, despite everything, the Mavericks find ways to win, and they always will. The game was amazing. And again, I can't speak enough about the defense. But let's take a look at the Clippers box score if you even really care. 22 points for Paul George. He had 1 steal, 4 assists, 2 rebounds. Kawhi Leonard, only 15 points, 1 block, 4 steals, 2 assists, and 7 rebounds. Big Zubac, 13 points, 1 steal, 12 rebounds. James Harden had 22 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 8 assists, and 6 rebounds. Terrence Mann with 5 points, 1 assist, and 2 rebounds. And their bench really didn't give you too much. Mason Plumlee with 1 point, 5 rebounds. Russell Westbrook with 7 points, 1 block, 1 steal, and 3 assists, as well as 9 rebounds. Amir Coffey, 2 points, 1 turnover. Norman Powell with 6 points, 1 steal, 4 rebounds. And Miller, 0 across the board, but somehow he was on the box score. Cool, whatever. But like I said, this team understands what they need to do going forward in this series. We can still win in 5, 6, 7, however many games it takes. We will win this series because our defense, which we saw in the later half of the regular season, right after the trade deadline, our defense was completely different. We were one of the best defensive teams in the league. Now, I know what people are going to say. Oh, you had one of the easiest schedules. You weren't playing no real contenders. It don't matter. You play who's in front of you. And if our defense was consistently one of the best defenses in the league, we were doing something right. We weren't relying on one person like the Clippers rely on Kawhi Leonard to be just their only defensive anchor. No, we defend by committee. Everybody buys in, and that includes Luka Doncic, who we're going to talk about a little bit here, because his defense was out of this world. The man was like, y'all ain't going to give me MVP? That's fine. Y'all going to give me Defensive Player of the Year. Y'all going to give it to me. And I'm just saying, man, this Dallas Mavericks team is resilient. I said it on the stream last night. As long as this team's fighting, I'm still going to believe. And you should too, because they are showing you that we are not the same team from last year. No matter what happens, we move on and we adjust. We learn from our mistakes, because their mistakes can be your greatest teacher. And obviously, the Mavericks learned something from game 1 that helped them win in game 2. But let's go into these other topics, man. Right here. The Clippers were 2 of 17 from the floor when Luka Doncic was the primary defender. Look at that real quick. Luka Doncic as primary defender in Game 2. James Harden was 1 of 5. Terrence Mann 0 for 2. Norman Powell 0 for 2. Kawhi Leonard 0 for 2. Mason Plumlee 0 for 2. Amir Coffey was 1 for 1. That's cute. But Russell Westbrook 0 for 1. Ivica Zubac 0 for 1. Like, come on. Come on. Who says Luka doesn't play defense? Who out there is saying Luka doesn't try? When Luka's locked in, when he knows that he needs to win in the playoffs, we all know Luka Doncic is a playoff riser. He's a different beast. But last night, he bought into the defense. He bought into what needed to happen. And if you paid attention to that game, he was waving off the help defense. Luka wanted the one-on-one ISO defense on James Harden, on Kawhi Leonard, on Paul George, on anybody that came his way. Luka wanted to play defense, and it paid dividends for this team, and that's what helped us win the game. But another thing we got to look at, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and Kawhi Leonard, I'm guessing it's supposed to be James Harden, being guarded by Luka Doncic in games 1 and 2 for a total of 13 minutes and 22 seconds, 62.8 partial possessions. They are only 31.5% from the field, 6 of 19 shooting. So not only was Luka great in game 2, he was also good in game 1. And they are the stars of the Clippers are only 6 of 19 while being guarded by Luka Doncic. Say what you want. Luka don't play defense. Luka don't try. Luka complains too much. The numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. That's what I was told. The numbers don't lie. Defense wins you championships, and this team is bought in from the top to the bottom. And it's amazing to see Luka Doncic take ownership of the defense. And he knows if he does everything he needs to do on defense, leadership, lead by example. And he's leading us, leading the team by example, and everyone falls in line, and it's a beautiful thing. Another thing we're going to look at right here. Colin Cowherd had this to say, saying, last night, Luka Doncic had the second most field goals contested in the playoffs without a make in the past 5 years. Think of all the defensive specialists in the NBA currently. None of them have had a defensive playoff performance like 77 just had. Take that in, guys. Over the last 5 years, nobody contested that many shots without a make than Luka Doncic. What more needs to be said? I think this video is just highlighting our defense. Of course we won. Of course we did all things right. The shots were finally falling for us. But our defense is what won us the game. The score was 96-93. No one scored 100. It was a low-scoring game. Felt like the 90s. Defense. Defense will win games. We have guys like Luka. We have guys like Kyrie and PJ who can score. Everybody else falls in line, but the defense, that's something everybody can contribute to. And they're going to keep contributing. And the other thing I want to show you guys right here. This right here is the NBA's defensive box score from last night's game. Actions as a second help defender are included in field goals defended. Multiple players can defend a field goal, meaning there are more defensive field goals attempts than actual offensive field goals. Check this out. Derrick Jones Jr., 5 of 9. PJ Washington, as a primary defender or second help defender, 7 of 19. Gafford, 1 of 4. Kyrie, 6 of 12. Luka, 6 of 24. Derrick Lively, 3-8. Maxi Kleber, who is known to be our help defender, 3 of 17. The Clippers couldn't shoot nothing. As I look across this, I'm seeing tour dates. Our defense so good, the Clippers are shooting tour dates. And you look down, Josh Green, 1 of 4. Dante Exum, 1 of 2. Timmy, 1 of 1. He was in the game long. But look at that right there. And the last thing I want to leave you guys with, because this Dallas Mavericks team is special. This Dallas Mavericks team is amazing. We're going to go far. But I want to leave y'all with something y'all should never forget. Kawhi Leonard, who is known as the Claw, was held to just an abysmal stat line last night by Luka Doncic. I think it's done. We are no longer calling Kawhi the Claw because the Dallas Mavericks got something better than the Claw. We got the White Claw, baby. Look at that. Pure clamp God. Get yourself a nice, tall, cold White Claw sponsored by your boy Luka Doncic. I don't drink, but if you do, try out that White Claw, baby. Gonna lock you down. But thank you guys for making this far to the video. This is all I got for you guys today. Make sure you check out our Twitter and our Discord. Links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We're doing a free jersey giveaway. The only way to enter our giveaway is to become a channel member. And until next time, guys, y'all take care. MFL for life, Mavs fans for life, all that good stuff. We here. Mavs in 5. Let's get it. Peace.